So you must be wondering how we're going to look at the mobile version if I'm on the website on desktop. And the answer is that a lot of your browsers do a lot of cool things that you might not be aware of. One of the coolest things that it can actually do is you can right click, and this is Mozilla, and you can go to inspect element. And the moment that you do that, all of a sudden you have access to a lot of aspects of the browser and the website, right from down here. So one of the biggest things is, there's a lot going on here. A lot of stuff is not going to be very useful for you. It's not useful for me. It's very useful for a very limited or niche group of people. And the information is quite esoteric. But, if you're interested, it's always fun to go through here and see how, servers work and your website works and code works. But frankly, I know a lot of people really won't care about that. The thing that we're concerned about right here is this particular button, which is going to emulate it as if it's on mobile. And voila, there it is. It says it's responsive. It uses this typical dimensions. This is if you flip it sideways, if it's horizontal or vertical. And then from here, it's pretty cool. You can go here and click through and then say that it's, I want the dimensions that are around what an iPhone would be, which is probably a lot of the traffic that comes in through mobile. And, if you're using maybe a Galaxy, it's very similar. iPad is a tablet experience. I don't really want to look at that as much. I think about 10% traffic comes from that, but, maybe it's worthwhile. I typically don't go into that as far as an audit goes. I do it as far as testability and functionality when I'm building a website, but for an audit, I'll probably skip it. So let's focus on the iPhone 6, 7, 8 Plus. This is like a pretty good foundation as far as it. So the first thing we notice is that I really above the fold on mobile. The only thing is nothing is sticky, meaning that actually, one of the bigger issues right here, before we even go on, is that you really, really want these phone numbers to be clickable. The second that they aren't, and see how I can click here. I know I'm able to click there, but I can't click here. That means these are not set up to be click through. So from right off the bat, people are going to have trouble being able to call the law firm. Also, it's not sticky. Also, there's no contact form. So it makes it really difficult to contact them. Let's be real. That's kind of what's happening there. When you click on menu, you got a drop down. This one is instead it's an anchor, which is interesting. The only reason I say that is because when you click this and there's a hamburger menu right there, it is basically telling you the second you click on this is going to expand out like this menu, which did expand out. And there's pluses here. This is going to expand out further. I think it's a pretty nice menu. Hopefully it's pretty easy to click on mobile. But for this one, it anchors you down. Interesting. Not that big of a deal. It's just a little misleading. So the first things we have right now is no click to call. You don't have a contact form. Email for us to respond. It doesn't even really go to an email that would pull up your Outlook or your Gmail. You have to go through another FindLaw form, which is pretty extensive. I don't know how many people are going to fill that out. Let's look at their contact. It's the same thing. One thing I've always disliked about FindLaw, frankly, is just their contact forms. I think that they're unnecessary and they're not really the easiest to use. And so kind of going through, we're seeing a lot of the same things as usual. We go through and we see the attorneys, we see the same links. Same old. Nothing that overlaps, nothing that's hard to read. It's really, the same stuff we saw before. As far as being able to contact a firm, that seems to be the most difficult thing. And those are the updates that I would definitely make right off the bat.